The story you know is not the story that was written.
White as snow, red as blood, black as the wood of this frame. That is what I want. A child. Perfect. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?
You, my queen, are fair, it is true. But Snow White, beyond the mountains with the 7 dwarfs, is 1,000 times more fair than you.
Take her into the forest, kill her. Bring me her lungs and her liver as proof.
My queen, she is a child.
She is the problem. Do it or take her place, us.
The story you know is not the story that was written. In 1812, 2 brothers in Kassel, Germany, set down a tale that had been whispered for centuries. What they wrote was not a fairy tale. It was a warning about beauty, about mothers, about what happens when a mirror tells you the truth you already suspected, the version that replaced it, that came later. That was the comfortable lie.
Where are we going? It's so dark.
Just a little further. Run! Run and don't come back! Go!
It is done.
She ate what she believed was her daughter's heart. She did not know the huntsman had killed a boar instead.
Who is this? Let her sleep. She's been running from something.
There is a detail the later versions removed, a detail so disturbing that editors in 1857 decided the world was not ready for it. The woman who ordered the huntsman to cut out her daughter's lungs and liver, who sat alone in a candlelit hall and ate them, was not a stepmother. She was the girl's mother, her own blood. The revision gave the world a villain. The original gave the world something worse, a parent.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Snow White, living beyond the mountains with the 7 dwarfs, is still 1,000 times more fair.
What a lovely girl. Let me lace your bodice properly, dear. You've got it all wrong.
Oh, would you? The dwarfs always do it too loose.
Poor thing, your hair is such a mess. Let me comb it for you.
I'm not supposed to let anyone in. The dwarf said,
I'm not asking to come in, dear. I just want to give you this apple. Look. See? Perfectly safe. Take the other half.
She tried 3 times, 3 disguises, 3 knocks on the same door, and each time she chose a weapon made of beauty, laces to shape the body, a comb to perfect the hair, an apple red as the blood she once wished for. She was not trying to destroy her daughter, she was trying to destroy the proof that she was no longer the answer to her own question. The mirror did not make her a monster, time did. The mirror only confirmed it. The dwarfs cut the laces. They pulled the comb free, but a bitten apple leaves nothing to remove. The third attempt worked not because the poison was stronger, but because it entered through trust. The girl had been warned. She opened the door anyway. The old woman took a bite from the clean half and smiled, and the girl reached for the other. Some stories end not because the villain wins, but because the child still believes her mother would not hurt her.
Let me take her. I cannot bear to be without the sight of her. I will honor her.
Where am I?
The version you grew up with gave her a prince and a kiss and a reason to believe in rescue. The original gave her a servant who tripped on a tree root. The coffin jolted. The piece of apple fell from her throat. She opened her eyes, not to love, not to magic, to gravity, to accident, to the blunt fact that survival is not always earned. Sometimes it is stumbled into.
A royal wedding. Who is this young queen everyone speaks of? Mirror. Who is the fairest at the wedding?
The young queen.
The shoes have been prepared.
Iron shoes. Heated in the coals of the fireplace since before the queen arrived, they were placed before her, glowing, and she was made to dance. The entire court watched. The prince watched. And Snow White, the girl who had been poisoned 3 times by the woman now burning, watched. The Brothers Grimm wrote what happened to the queen. They wrote how long she danced. They did not write what Snow White's face looked like while she watched. That silence is the loudest thing in the entire story. The Grimm brothers wrote dozens of stories like this. Which one should we ride through next?